Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's right at 7 o'clock, so we'll call our meeting to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Kelly, would you lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, before we get into the regular agenda, Shirley, got to come up here. Why you got to come over here? No. Can you still blow candles out? Yes. Everybody, it is Shirley's birthday. Mistaken, she's 38. All right, ready? On three. 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shirley. Happy birthday to you.
You want to give your speech now or later?
Much later.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. You know how dear Shirley is to all of us. We're very grateful that you're here. Stay with us. We're going to cut the cake, and we got some cupcakes and stuff. This will be, if nobody screws it up, this will be a short meeting. We'll be eating cake in no time at all. All right. Next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from our October 6th agenda.
Move that we approve the meeting minutes from October 6th.
Second.
Any discussion? Changes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, we have no appointments and no communications, so we're down to new business. The first item under new business is the Salmon Brook Park Handicapped Accessible Ramps Appropriation Approval.
Mr. Chairman, briefly, the Valley Brook Community Church has provided the town with a $15,000 donation to add handicapped accessibility access to our band shell. They have their annual nativity there. Over the summer of 2024, town staff began exploring the issue and felt this was something we could accept that would benefit the entire community. In the fall of 24, the engineering of the project began and it was sent out to bid. That work could not have been done in time for their live nativity in 2024. Entering 2025, we completed the engagement and secured the $15,000 donation. With the funding in hand, the engineering began and the project put out to bid. The first round of bidding was significantly higher than expected, so the project was reworked with Public Works and Kevin Clark, the town engineer. The sole bid received on the reworked RFP was just under $7,000 more than the $15,000 donation. So we are seeking an additional appropriation from the Parks and Rec fund that has unanimously, well, I'll say it was overwhelmingly approved by the Parks and Rec board. It will go before you first, and then the Board of Finance later in another week. And we're asking that you appropriate up to $7,000 more so that we can begin the project this year. And we do expect that it will be done in time for the nativity in December.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thank you to Valley Brook, of course, I think we thanked them when we first accepted the donation.
You did.
Anybody have any questions or comments? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I'll move that the Board of Selectmen approve an appropriation from the Parks and Recreation Fund of up to $7,000 to support the total project cost of the installation of a permanent ramp at the Salmon Brook Park band shell.
Second the motion.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? All right, next item on our agenda is a Harness Way acceptance referral to planning and zoning.
Mr. Chairman, this is an 824 referral. Planning and zoning will opine and send a report back. There's a number of steps that need to be taken for the Board of Selectmen to consummate the acceptance of the road. The charter does not require that it be accepted at a town meeting. However, Rich Roberts opines that a number of things must be done. First, the developer needs to request that the Board of Selectmen accept the streets. That has occurred. The Board of Selectmen requests a report from the commission. That referral will happen hopefully tonight. The commission shall not recommend acceptance unless all the improvements they have required are complete and the town engineer finds them acceptable. That is to be determined. The street being accepted has direct access to a town or state-owned road. It does. Upon favorable recommendation by the commission, the developer shall satisfy all the conditions of the commission's recommendation, deliver to the town engineer a separate warranty deed for each street and each easement. The warranty deed shall provide an accurate boundary line description of the road right-of-ways from a known starting point, and only then can the Granby Board of Selectmen may accept the road without condition. Abby reminds us that there are 3 things that we were seeking from the developer. The developer has provided documentation that the catch basins have been cleaned. Department of Public Works has confirmed the water quality basin is in acceptable condition. In the one driveway that we were working with to comply with the regulations, sealing was postponed today due to the weather, but we have no doubt that that'll be done in the next few days.
Any questions? I just have one. So this is the standard referral whenever we're dealing with the acceptance of land. There's no special findings they make, or do you know, under that statute?
No, we don't believe they do. As long as the original plan was in place and they found it consistent with the plan that was originally approved, that's when the approval will come back to the board for action.
Okay. And I know there was a fair amount of work back and forth with the neighbors, or at least some of the owners out there and the developer on finding alternative solutions to a couple of the driveway aprons. So those have all been resolved or will be by the time they get back to us?
We have in our possession acceptance emails from each of the homeowners, but the one that is being sealed.
Okay. All right, awesome. All right, any other questions? If not, I'll accept the motion.
I move that the Board of Selectmen refer the matter of Harness Way acceptance to the Planning and Zoning Commission for consideration under CGS Section 8-24 and report back to the Board of Selectmen at a future meeting.
I'll second.
Any other discussion? If not, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? All right, next item on the agenda is the town manager's monthly project report. Be mindful, we're waiting to eat cake.
Editorially, Shirley and I bonded last year over cake, so I know the importance of this. And it was then I knew Granby was the town I needed to move to. Very quickly, bids for the sale of Freshies and the lot on Cider Lane were received and are under review. We went back to Rich Roberts. At the suggestion of the first selectman, we are looking for a purchase and sale agreement that we will take 5% of earnest money. Then that will move to Board of Selectmen approval. You will set the town meeting. There will also be a Board of Finance approval and then the town meeting. If we hit all green lights, the transfer will be scheduled. We would like it the latter part of November to come before the Board of Selectmen and provide an update to the $4.6 million radio communication project. I participated in a Lake Congamon flood control meeting with various stakeholders, although we don't have a direct hand in that. Some of what flows downstream makes its way into Granby. We took the next steps on the June 2024 Public Works reorganization and officially split capital projects from operations. Kirk is exclusively capital projects. Stewart is exclusively operations with his 4 supervisors. We're working through a 2 Silverbrook fire pond issue. There's an industrious beaver that's causing some flooding there, and we have successfully, actually coming up, installed a beaver deceiver, which is good news for the beaver, good news for the homeowner, and cost effective for the town. And finally, we began the +1 budget process.
Mr. Orlock can tell you a fair amount about beaver deceivers and if they work or not. All right, any questions on Mike's report? Comments? If not, we'll move to the finance director budget report. You doing this, or is Kimmy?
Kimmy is online, and I believe, Kimmy, would you like to walk us through the numbers, knowing that there's cake on the line?
Yes, so in front of you, you should have a memo from me that have the highlight for the revenue and expenditure. As of September 30, 2025, the tax collections was consistent, which is 56%. We also received almost $30,000 from Kerma for the member equity distribution program because of Kerma has another successful years. And highlight for the expenditure, DPW has a slightly higher overtime expense when compared to last year. That's mainly due to the new supervisor, the reorganization that we have, and the new supervisor spending the extra hour on associated with their new supervisory roles. And the PD also have a higher overtime expenditure when compared to last year. As you all know, that we have a SRO officer, so we are actually, the PD actually, on the town side, the PD is down one police officer because one of the police officers promoted to the SRO. And then we hire we promote one of the dispatcher to a police officer who's going through the police academy, which contribute 2 hours of the overtime every day that he spent at the academy. And then we also have officer out for injury. That's all contribute to the extra overtime. And I'm here to take any additional questions.
I have one, Kimmy, but it might be better for you, Mike. So is the officer situation then is, because we elevated one from the dispatch to replace the SRO, we're still down one because we haven't hired the new one that we've authorized, the voters authorized?
The one that the voters authorized is in the training academy,
Okay.
and that takes usually about 6 months. The extra 2 hours of overtime that Kimmy speaks of is the academy is running an extra 2 hours a day to get the officer, all the officers that are in the training academy out earlier. So while we're paying more today for that taxpayer-sanctioned officer in terms of overtime, because that officer's now working 10-hour days, they'll get out of the academy sooner. So again, to re-summarize, 2 officers are out on injury leave. We have 1 unfilled vacancy due to the SRO. The new officer is currently being trained. That's the taxpayer one. And then the completed, in terms of training hours, we have got new Glock, I believe they're Glocks, and they have laser sights. All the officers had to recertify, so that was additional overtime.
And when do we expect to have the officer graduate the academy? Is it later this year or early next year?
No, it should be about 6 more weeks.
Oh, okay. Very good. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Kimmy, thank you, Mike.
And I also have one note. I
Yep.
want to let all the member and the public know that the town officially complete the audit as well as the fiscal year 2025 audit. The auditor will be presenting the audit report on the next Board of Finance meeting, which is next Monday at the Senior Center. So I encourage the board member and the public to attend in person.
All right, thank you, Kimmy.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right, the next item on the agenda is the first selectman report. I'll be very brief. I did want to thank our election workers and volunteers. I think they had a pretty busy day. I haven't heard their reports yet, but as always, we could not do the elections we're even required to do without the work of many, many, many hours, many, many volunteers. So I want to make sure that when you go in to vote, if you go in to vote early, make sure you thank them for the work they're doing. All right, selectmen reports. Go this way first.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Nothing going on with the 250 celebration?
Nothing additional. We had a successful meeting, and we'll have another one next month.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to mention that I attended the Granby Land Trust dinner last night, and as did many of the people who are here tonight. It was a very nice event, and congratulations on a great year.
Yeah, thank you for being there, yep.
Nothing.
Nothing for me.
Okay, so we've got a lot going on at the school right now, considering homecoming just passed. Last Friday was very exciting for us, where we took the last 2 hours of the school day for our pep rally, where we recognized all the fall sports teams, and it was really fun. I have to say the most eventful part was when we were doing the tug of war. The rope broke when the juniors were doing tug of war against the seniors, but the seniors still won, of course.
In today's day and age, we could still do tug of war?
Yes, we still do tug of war. It's really
It's a
fun.
good sign.
Yeah.
All right.
And then right after that, Friday night, we also had the homecoming dance, which was a blast. There was a lot of people this year, and the decorations were phenomenal. I'm glad that student government was able to pull it off. On Saturday, girls soccer won against Suffield 4-0. I was there. It was a very eventful game. And they will have their senior night tomorrow at 6. And then boys soccer played as well on Saturday against Northeastern for Rovers night, where all of the younger kids that are in the Granby Rovers teams came and helped them out and helped support the team. On Wednesday, all of the underclassmen will be taking the PSAT, which is very important for the juniors who will be taking the SAT in March. And then us seniors who are enrolled in a language class will be taking the Apple test, which is where we get tested to see if we get the seal of biliteracy on our diploma, which basically just means we are biliterate and certified by the school. And lastly, next week on Monday the 27th, the National Honor Society will have their induction ceremony to celebrate all of the new members to NHS, which is all juniors.
And how's your college search going?
Great. Started applying.
Oh, you're just in the starting to apply
Yeah,
mode.
starting to apply.
All
But
right.
it's going very fun.
A lot of work.
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
Anything you want to tell us, or you want to wait until you've heard?
Oh wait.
Anybody have anything else?
Yeah, Mark, just a firmer date. The chief and the captain reached out. The new officer graduates December 5th.
How did they know? Or they watched this?
I texted him.
All right, well, thank you, sir. There you go. Very precise answer. All right, the next item on our agenda is a public session. Is there anybody in the room who does not want to talk about Shirley? 'Cause we're going to do that last. All right, we'll go to Zoom. Is there anybody on Zoom who'd like to address us on any topic, including Shirley? Beth, I think you have to unmute yourself. We're ready to hear from you, but you got to unmute on your end.
She's gone through a great speech already, I'm sure.
Is there anybody other than Beth? We can come back to Beth. All right, Beth, if you can hear us, you got to unmute on your end. All right, well, does anybody want to say anything to Shirley or about Shirley that will go on the permanent record for this evening?
Probably a lot of us. I want to save that.
All right. All right, I'm going to close the,
No, you got one.
oh, I'm sorry.
Hi, it's Lynn. I'm just saying, when I tried to unmute myself, it wouldn't let me, but now it is. And the chat has been disabled as well.
All
So
right,
maybe Beth couldn't do it. Maybe she can now. I just did it again.
oh, So do
It
you,
wouldn't let me unmute myself either.
okay,
It said it was disabled, and the chat is disabled as well.
The chat is able to come to only me.
okay. All right. So Beth?
I think you might. I think we're good.
Okay. We will close the public session. Do we have any reason for an executive session?
We do not.
I will accept a motion to adjourn and get to eating cake.
Move that we adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? All right, let's cut that cake.